say that life's about balance, baby, and the balance is in my account now. Okay, she got a perkin' and Burke, I got a twerking and turf. She probably let both of us hit, the way that she smirking at dirt. She getting cake on the picture she take, I say, girl, if it worked, then it worked.
The Lifestyle Balance Podcast.
Welcome everyone, back at it again, the Lifestyle Balance Podcast. Today we are super excited. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity here with Mr. Neema Naz. Love to have you on, bro. It's been a while. We've been looking forward to getting you on, so it's really happy we can make it happen today.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me. We got United Nations here, you know. We got half Persian, half Italian behind the camera. We got Italian and then probably another Italian over there. So yeah. just immediately. And then Persian. So.
It's kind of segregated.
I know, it's segregated literally.
That's cool. It's funny.
We're in a fucking furniture store. Took me to the back of a chair store. That's how Italian this guy is. Probably owns every building in this goddamn city, too.
No.
Bro, it's a family business, bro. You own everything.
Oh, I already know it's going to be funny.
It's funny.
Awesome. Well, hey, we brought some pizza.
Nice.
Brought some soprasatas with me.
Shit.
And, yeah, we're set. So let's get into it, bro. Let's get into how you really got into who you are and why you started the whole comedy industry.
I mean, I've always been the funny person in my circle. So
yeah.
People have told me I'm funny my entire life, like my family, my friends, coworkers, teachers, right? So I started to believe that at a very young age, and it became part of my identity because I didn't really have anything else
going for me. You know, I was like, I'm not the hottest guy or the fucking fittest guy, but I'm funny. Yeah. So I'm funnier than all you motherfuckers. So I'm gonna double down, right? So
nice.
I just kind of, made that a part of who I am, and I tried to stay authentic throughout, which I to this day even, because like I think that's the most important thing to me, is just being real and being authentic to who you are. And that's it, man. Like when I was in university, I dropped out after 1 year to pursue comedy full time.
Good for you.
Because you have to believe it in order to actually do it.
Yeah.
And so because if you don't believe in it or see the vision, then you can't achieve something you want to do. So yeah, that's how it was for me. I realized I had a frame of reference of like, oh man, like I hate university. I don't want to listen to someone talking about bullshit I don't care about in a lecture hall.
Yeah.
I want to do something that actually would make me happy and that's fun. So
yeah, for sure. That you're passionate about too, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Otherwise, why am I working towards being miserable and hating my life? You know what I'm saying? There's no point.
Not that everyday bullshit. Yeah. Awesome. So when did you make that decision in your head? Like, okay, I'm gonna go full force. Like, made you just completely change?
When I was in university, I was in my first year. After first year finished, my friend took me to a comedy show, and it was my first time ever. And the show that we were watching was a show that was run by the Humber College comedy students.
Yeah, cool.
And I didn't know there was a comedy program. Yeah, even I had no idea. Yeah. Like fucking clown college is amazing. And then in that moment, it clicked for me, and I was like, "Yo, this is exactly what I've been wanting my whole life, is to do something like this."
Wow!
And that's the moment I knew. And the next day, I dropped out, and then I just pursued it. I was like, "I'm doing this full time," and that's it.
Wow!
From there.
Good for you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Thanks.
And so, what do you say to all the people who are like, "Oh, you're like crazy, bro. Like you're nuts for fucking doing that"?
That doesn't matter because ultimately, I'm doing something that's hard, but also so rewarding at the same time. Yeah. And there's no better feeling, honestly. I can't explain it. I heavily recommend anyone else to do the same. You know, it's just worth taking the risk, man. It's worth it. Because for me personally, I never took many risks in my life. Yeah. Up until that point, and that was the biggest decision of my life and career, frankly. Wow. And I'm happy about it because it was all on my shoulders, right? So. Whatever I earn, it's because of me and the people who work with me, and if I fail, it's on me as well. For sure. So, but I'd rather that.
Yeah, take that responsibility.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. And so, I know obviously you're all over social media. So was that your first way into this? Social media, or did you have other ways of going about it when you started?
No, so I started everything at the same time. Like when I dropped out of school, I started my YouTube channel at the same time.
Nice.
And then I was also doing stand up. I was also doing sketch comedy, writing.
Yeah.
All of it, all at the same time.
You're
So
writing your
since
own
2014, everything has been like simultaneous. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it all helps each other, right? Like doing videos on like a camera.
Yeah.
You learn certain things of like how to be comfortable on camera, but also helps you like be confident on stage and vice versa, right?
For sure.
And like doing like street interviews, right? It's like you're dealing with real people in real time.
Yeah.
Helps with your stand up because like you also have to do crowd work.
Yeah.
And you roast some people in the front row or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That helps you to be lighter on your feet.
Wow.
So it's like it's intertwined. Yeah.
Wow. I can relate to that too with this. Like I would never really out front with talking to people, especially in front of a camera. So to have that same perspective, you know, when you have new guests come on like yourself and you have to talk to them for 40, 50, an hour minutes. Yeah. It makes you just open up to so much different things.
Of course, yeah. You have to be open-minded and also like you're never gonna know what you're good at or what you like until you try it more and more.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not gonna happen overnight.
No.
There's actually a stat too, like people who start podcasts or do podcasts, like they usually quit after like the 7 episode mark or 11 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like not doing well.
Yeah.
So most people fall off at that point. Wow. So if you just can continue and you keep trying, and keep staying consistent, I believe like eventually it'll work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that for everything, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Nick, we're at 21. I think we're a good spot.
That's good. Yeah, there you go. 3 times more than the average.
That's awesome.
Yeah, keep it up. Yeah.
Thank you. So, Neema, we see you have like 10, 20, you have so many different characters. What's your favorite one and how did it come about?
I never know how to answer that because they're all my favorite. But I don't know. I mean, it depends on the mood, man. Honestly, there's times where I love, you know, obviously making fun of the Italians, you know, or our Persians, you know, or my own people, or I don't know, fucking Nigerians or Chinese people or whatever it is, right? Like, at the end of the day, like I love them all because it's how I was raised and how I grew up, right?
Yeah.
Like my group of friends, I'm sure you guys too. Like, it's not just maybe you just have Italian friends.
No, it's multicultural.
Maybe it's all a bunch of fucking mords together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but like especially living where we live in GTA. You're more open to kind of being friends with different cultures, right? Yeah. So I grew up with like I always make this joke like my group of friends is like the United Nations. Like it's like someone from each background is in my group of friends, right? So that's where like my characters stem from. That's what I get the inspiration. Yeah. So yeah, man, I love doing it all, but like you know. Honestly, I do love the Italian character a lot. Cool. Persian, obviously, like the brown ones, you know, all the Indian shit. You know? Yeah, I don't know, fun.
And did you develop those voices like from you making those actual accents and stuff? Did you develop that over time, or was it just something like you felt naturally good at?
Yeah, it was just like natural to me. To be honest, it's just how my brain works, man. My whole life, when I was a kid, we had like family gatherings at our house, and my parents' friends were over. They'd always make me go up in front of them and like make fun of my mom or my dad, and then do their accent or like make jokes about them. Yeah, and I would crush in front of my family, right? So that's where it started. And then like amongst my friends, same shit. Like I make fun of this guy, that guy, his parent, his dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like that's the beauty of like growing up here is there's a melting pot of cultures, but also I'm learning about their actual culture, and it's like it's authentic, you know. Sure. It's out of real life experience.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
stereotypical.
Not just making shit up.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it.
For sure. And that definitely makes it more relatable too.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's you just tell like I enjoy it. Yeah. And people tell me this all the time, and I feel this way. It's like I'm actually enjoying doing this on camera.
Yeah. It's not fake.
No, it's part of who I am.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. That's cool. And so when did you do your first tour? Because I know you've been doing a bunch.
Well, I've been doing stand-up for 8 years, obviously, but my first tour was last year. Yeah. Beginning of September of last year. Went until like end of October. Wow. And it was great, man. Yeah, we sold out all the tickets throughout Canada. Congrats. It was just a Canadian tour, and then we also did a few cities in the States recently.
I saw that.
That was super dope, but we're working on the next tour, which is going to be even bigger and better. Cool. End of 2024.
Nice.
That one's going to be like 3 times the amount of cities and more in the States as well.
Cool. We got to try to come out to that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And so did you see a big growth over the years of your audience, your background, like your following from social media stemming? Or?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Social media helped me a lot, man. I believe that social media is the way out. Yeah. Whether you want to do stand-up or, I don't know, fucking sports or whatever it is, like, And in this day and age, I feel like you need to take advantage of the tool that's in the palm of your hand, which is social media.
Yeah.
And use that to build whatever you want to build.
Yeah, no matter
and
what.
That's how I see it, right?
Yeah.
That's how I want to. Because my whole career, man, when I first started in the first few years, just doing stand up, a lot of comedians are very bitter, or like they have a local mindset, and they think, oh, like, man, only the 1% of comedians will make it in this world. 1% make it. And like from the beginning, I naturally had this thought. I'm like, well, fuck you guys. Like, I'm gonna be the 1%.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how. But
Okay.
like,
It's just gonna happen.
What's just gonna happen?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have to first believe it, right? Like
You
I
have
mentioned.
to.
And that's when social media came along more. It was more prominent, right? Like especially like short form, micro content, like Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Even though I started on YouTube with long form, but like those were my build years on camera, like figuring out my voice, right?
Yeah.
First few years, until TikTok and Instagram came, then you could pump out content there. That's when I kind of hit my stride, like my first
that first step up. That's cool.
And I start to hit right because I already was doing it for a few years.
Yeah,
all the cringe shit I got out of the way.
Yeah,
all the bullshit in the first few years on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
because it's gonna be garbage for the first few years, right?
Same with that. Yeah,
it's always gonna be, there's always gonna be a moment, first few years, a phase where it's gonna be garbage, absolute dog shit. Yeah. But then that's what's gonna make you grow and get better eventually. So
love it.
Yeah, man. Social media. If I didn't do content as much as I do online, I wouldn't be able to do that tour last year.
Wow.
Because we self-funded it. Like no one helped us.
Yeah.
It was all on our own.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick.
I believe in it, man. I believe in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, how do you find working with other people in your industry?
From my experience, from the personal experiences I've had, for the most part, like it's fun, but a lot of people are unprofessional and don't know how to work with other people.
Okay.
And that's where people either ruin relationships, they burn bridges, or you're like, oh, I'm never going to work with this person again.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong. I don't hate them. It's just that, like, we're not the same.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of immaturity, and like people don't know how to value themselves in this industry, in my industry, at least like comedy and acting and shit.
Yeah.
And that's where people start to fall off.
Okay.
People don't know how to value themselves. Is a big part. But also, more importantly, man, I don't care how funny you are. Right? Like, I'm not the most talented person, but there's funny people out there than me. But if you don't know how to work with other people, and you're not kind to other people, you're gonna hit a ceiling.
100%.
I believe in like work ethic, and being kind to others will get you further in life than your actual talent.
I love that.
Right? So
that's so true.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. You have to.
You have to. Yeah.
You can't be on a personal level with someone and try to work with them if you're not being respectful, polite, and just being good in general.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, you know why? Because people won't remember like what you said to them or what you did, but they'll remember how they felt.
Exactly.
Right? Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And that's how I see life in general.
That's awesome.
Just like, whether it's comedy or whatever, relationships, anything.
Yeah.
And I think it's super important. Yeah.
It's awesome. And so going to relationships, we always see a relationship with your mom online.
Yeah.
How's that with her and her, support with you and the career you're going in?
She's she's great, man. My dad too. Like no one knows my dad because he hates the camera.
That's fair.
Everyone's like, "Yo, do you have a dad, bro?" Yo, where's your dad? Is your dad dead? Like, I'm sorry, but like, where is he?
That's
I'm like,
fair.
but like, he's just a guy. He just hates the camera. He's
People
behind
like
the scenes.
that.
But every day he's literally there when I'm filming
awesome.
everything, right?
But
no one knows that.
too sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact: the first video I ever filmed, he filmed it for me.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's like a hardcore, strict like immigrant dad.
Yeah.
He's an engineer, bro. He's like, what do you mean you're dropping out to do comedy? You fucking clown, right? Like,
is that the red button?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But in general, because like he's just like they immigrated from Iran, right? Like,
wow.
Like when they're younger to have my brother and me.
Yeah.
And so it's like two different worlds for them, right? Like
for
when
sure.
I told them I was doing comedy, they're like, "What do you mean? Like what the fuck is that? Like if we do comedy back home, we're gonna go to jail, right?" So. The fact that they were so supportive, even though like they had their hesitations at the beginning, which is fair, they've been supportive the whole way, which is nice. But like my mom plays obviously a heavy role, especially now in my content, which is cool. People love her. Yeah, obviously, and like, she's funny, and like I get my humor from her in a way.
For sure.
Also my dad, but
brought up that way.
Yeah. But also it's mostly just like my humor is like my style and personality is more like my mom, and so that's why I like to showcase it because people get to see like kind of more context of who I am.
Yeah.
And she's an extension of that, right? So
for sure.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's good. It's also like good memories to look back
with
on.
your family.
With my family, yeah. It's like when she's gone one day, you know, like my parents are not here, I can look back and be like, oh man, like look at all the videos I have and the memories I have with my parents.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a unique way too. Not a lot of people have that, you know, interaction with their family like that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I'm grateful and I'm lucky to have that
for
now,
sure.
Before it's too late.
Yeah. Awesome. And so tell me, has there ever been like a challenging moment for you where you said, oh shit, like maybe this is getting stressful, this is getting challenging right now in your career?
Yeah, many times, yeah. The thing that keeps me grounded and keeps me moving forward is just my visions and my goals. Like, you know, there's no scenario where I'll stop.
Yeah.
There's days where I don't want to do it.
For sure.
Or I'm like, oh fuck, man, like I gotta do this shit, or like I gotta wake up and like, you know, like plan my stuff out, you know, write stuff,
schedule.
There's so many things, man. There's so many things that goes into just making videos or just doing stand up. There's like many different things you have to do, right? And like most importantly, like I have to focus on my health more than anything, right? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm prioritizing my health.
I saw that. Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, because you know, without your health, man, you don't have anything. Like if I'm not thriving as a human being, how can I thrive in my career?
Yeah.
So that's the way I see everything now more than ever, and
cool.
And yeah, so that's how I see it. I'm like, why would I drop out to pursue this if I don't want to continue doing this forever, right? It's like there's no point. I'm not going back.
No.
People ask me like, yo, man, like you should have like backup when I first started. Like, what's your backup, man? What's your plan B? I'm like, bro, like if I have a plan B, I already canceled my plan A. Why would I have a plan B?
Yeah.
So that's every time I don't want to do it or I feel like I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah.
I just think of those moments.
Cool.
And I'm like, nah, just keep going. Trust me. Just trust the process. Like, you know, it sounds cliche, but it's true, man.
No,
like,
it is.
It's a long game, man. You gotta think long term.
Yeah, it is. And what's your goal long term?
Like, there's many things I want to do, but in general, like long term, I want to. First of all, I just want to have the freedom and the money. I want to make a lot of money. I want to be rich, but not for the reasons people think. Like, like I am, and I hate when people, creatives, especially people who are passionate about something, they say that no, they're strictly doing this for the passion. Like passion's not going to make you money or like get you more opportunities, right? That's a good initial feeling to have.
Yeah.
But I want to get rich. I'm doing it for the money as well.
Yeah.
But not for reasons other people usually do, is like spend money on cars or bullshit.
No.
I want to do it to invest back into myself and in the brand and the team.
Yeah.
So we can do what we're doing on a higher level each time.
Way bigger scale,
right? And it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
But more than ever, my dream is to tour the world doing stand up.
Nice.
I want to like fucking sell out arenas, man, everywhere.
Awesome.
I want to do movies, my own movies.
That'd be cool.
Everything, man. I just want to do it all. It's like I want to be kind of like Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like bigger than that. I just want to reach for the stars, man.
Awesome.
You have to do it.
Awesome.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. If you don't, who would?
That's what I'm saying. So
nice.
This guy's doing it.
Yeah. Come on, Joe. He's loving it.
He's half Persian, half what?
Half Italian.
Oh yeah, half Italian, right?
Yeah.
True. Nice.
Yeah. His mom's from Iran.
Yeah. This guy's house full of perfect cuisines. Persian and Italian.
Mix,
Holy bro, this guy's crushing.
Yeah.
Bro, if I got fat just in a Persian house. Imagine I grew up with Italians, dude. I wouldn't even be here. I'd be in the hospital. Imagine my stomach pumped from all the fat. Yeah. That's great though.
Yeah. Thinking of your skits right now, the Luca Marino one, just because we're in this whole Italian theme.
Calabria's finest, bro.
Calabria's finest, bro.
Yeah, all these fucking prosciutto, bro. There's some prosciutto.
You want some?
No, I'm good, man. I can't eat that stuff, honestly, to be honest.
Yeah, no worries.
Trying to take care of my health, you know?
That's good, that's good.
If I have gluten, bro, I'll be fucked for like days. Yeah. I would not last in an Italian household, for real, man.
That's fair, that's fair. Yeah. How did that come about, bro?
The Luca Marino?
Yeah.
Calabria's finest?
Yeah.
That once again, it's one of those things where so I actually didn't grow up with Italians.
Okay,
that's the funny part, and people.
So you're good at it.
Yeah, people think really it's so accurate, and it is accurate, but it's actually that's one of the latest people in my life that I met are the Italians.
Okay,
because so. When I start to go in like out when I got older and I go to nightlife, that's when I start to meet a lot of the Italians. Like there's usually a lot of them are promoters or fucking
they're all at those
just
clubs,
like
the Italian Barrel and all that. Yeah.
You know they you know they're the clubs or whatever, and like so my brother used to DJ and he was in all the clubs and all his like coworkers or whatever. A lot of them
sure.
are Italians, and that's
For
where
sure.
I learned like the fucking the lingo, the movements. You know what I'm saying? The fucking the shoulders and shit. You know the fucking the way they
hands.
talk, the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, bro, what do you mean you're not getting it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of like just like so aggressive.
Yeah, yeah, and loud.
Anyway, loud. Yeah, but I was just like because I've been so observant my whole life, like I mentioned. It was just one of those things that like really like clicked for me instantly. I just like, and I was older too. I'm more developed, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm even more hyper focused on people's mannerisms and the small details and the cadence of the rhythm, of the speech, everything, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where Luca Merino stems from.
Cool.
It's from people like that, you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
That man in club life.
Cool.
But also like, you know, I met a couple people on the way who their uncles or cousins worked in construction, and like that's where all the jokes
tied
come from.
it in.
Tied it in.
Yeah.
That's it. Made it into
That's
one.
sick.
It's a combination of a couple different people, right?
Yeah.
Every single character is not just one person. It's based off a bunch of people into one.
Though, like the culture and
The culture, this person, that person, I don't know, a fucking a cashier I met at a store. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's cool.
You
All from
combine
personal
the best
life
qualities
experience.
of each person. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it's good.
Awesome, bro.
And I feel like I don't know. People just in general. I always thought I was Italian, and like they would always.
Honestly, at first I low-key thought so too. Yeah.
Everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
Everyone's single person. I literally have a joke about that, but like, I mean, it's true. I get it. It makes sense. Like, and also Persians want to be Italians too, for the most part. So,
it's jokes.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's cool. I love it though.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So you've been like blowing up with this whole Gary Vee impersonation, and it's like crazy hilarious. How did that come about? And I know you obviously met him and you went out to VCon and stuff. How did that all come about? That's like insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, well, same thing with creating these characters.
Yeah.
Like whenever I follow someone or I read their books or I listen to their podcast or whatever, and I enjoy their content or I enjoy whatever they're talking about on their platforms, I genuinely am interested in what they have to say, and I'm learning a lot. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, how can I like make a joke about this? Or like I would love to like, it's out of love, right? Because I actually enjoy their stuff and I know their stuff
for sure.
And so Gary Vee is one of those main first people who I was like obsessed with for a couple of years. Helped me actually like see a different light in terms of my own content, and helped me a lot. And so that's why I was like, oh, let me just see if I could do an impersonation of him. And then the first few videos, if you go back and watch them, they're garbage.
Yeah.
Not even close to Gary Vee. But I tried. I put it out there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck it, like let me just do it.
Just do it.
That's how you get better. That's how you're gonna grow. And then eventually started to do it more and more. And then it got really fucking good. It got perfected almost.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started to blow up. Yeah, with the nail biting, everything. Yeah, the fucking air quotes, just shit like that. All that stuff. And then eventually he started to like recognize, his team saw it, like people who knew him saw it, and so they sent it to him and everything. And then eventually when he started to comment and he followed me on every platform, that's when I knew it was real. I was like, oh fuck. And that's why I started to like double down, do more. Yeah. And then eventually they invited me to VCon. Went on stage with him. It was amazing. It was cool. Yeah. Met him afterwards, talked for a bit. I met him again when I went back to New York a couple months after. I went to his offices.
I saw that. Yeah,
it was so cool. He's super humble, man. He's a great guy. Yeah. And one thing he actually talked about was he was already watching me for 2 years before he like acknowledged me. Wow. Because his reason was that he wanted to see if I was gonna stay consistent and like keep with it before he like wanted to like connect.
That he was out there connecting.
Wow. Because also like he has to trust me in order to like bring me to VCon, right? He's gonna be like, okay, this guy's gonna be like the real deal. So that right there actually like it's pretty like crazy to think about, but it's also I respect that because it makes sense, right? Like he has to like trust you in order to like bring you into a circle.
See what you're about.
Yeah. And that also motivated me to like do the same thing for my other characters or whatever impressions I'm doing. Let's stick with like Joe Rogan ones like I've been doing recently. Yes. They've been doing pretty well, and more and more people are starting to notice, and like Bert Kreischer, like a couple other people who are best friends with him are like commenting and they see it. There, so obviously he's seen it by now. For sure. Because they've sent it to him for sure. That's how the way it works. I'm like, if I did an impression of you, you'd instantly find out, right? Like people want to see other people impersonating them. That's cool. Yeah. So that's the motto I have now for everything I do. Wow. I'm like, I'm just keep sticking at it until something happens, like in a rewarding way.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
I love that. That's cool. It's crazy, like, to think about, like, in a comedic perspective, how far you can reach other people from your videos, you know, from social media. Like, it's insane how it is.
You never know who's watching, man.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching, who's going to help you, who's going to, you know, be a part of your team or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But that won't happen unless you put yourself out first.
Yeah, for sure.
And you stay consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
People like naturally as humans want to trust another human being, like, and that happens by, you know, you showing by
over
action,
time,
over time that like you're someone that they can trust, because you're showing patterns, right? Yeah. It's like you can't trust someone off like one thing they say or a couple things they do. You have to trust their patterns.
Yep.
That's how you can really like understand someone. Yeah,
I agree with that. It's really true. And so I know you obviously have a team, and we've been speaking with your assistant a lot, and it's been awesome just to see the background of it. So how important is that to you, having a team around you, especially now in your career that you're getting bigger and bigger as always? How does that help for yourself, obviously? Because I'm sure at first you were like putting everything on you.
Yeah, it's great, man. Honestly, it's super valuable. Like you said, you met my brother. Like, he's my older brother, and he's my manager, right? Like,
that's awesome.
Like, you can't have anything better than that. To be honest, it's like the best thing, and I'm very lucky and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, because a lot of comedians and actors or people in this industry don't have something like him. Awesome. Because like, he's not gonna fuck me over. Like, we're like the tightest people, right? He's family, right? Like, he knows my best interest, and he's also not gonna fuck up because it affects him too. Awesome. So obviously he's gonna do his best too. And so being able to work together, know each other really well, and have that trust factor goes a long way. And then, you know, we have a couple other guys on our team too who work behind the scenes, strategy, like editing and stuff like that. Yeah. And they're also a part of like the full-time crew, right? It's like they're part of the journey, right? Yeah. It's not just like we're hiring based off projects. It's like you're part of the team. Yeah. And it's good. It's important to build that early on. Yeah. Because then when you eventually make it somewhere, then it's like you're like, yo, we all did this together. Yeah, as a team. It's more sweet, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Like when you get to the top, like what's the point of doing it on your own? Yeah, no one can get there on their own. Yeah, and yeah, so I welcome the help, I welcome the support and the team aspect of it, because awesome. I know I can't do it myself. But for the first few years, it was just me. Yeah, but he wouldn't be a part of this if I didn't start, right? Exactly. So it starts with me, and then it eventually, you start building, and then. That's it, and having a team is the most valuable thing. Yeah, like and the thing is, it's good to also make sure everyone else in the team is like, you know, equally included, so they have like a skin in the game, right? Yeah. You want people to want to like succeed just as much as you. For sure. I think it's super important. Yeah. For sure, it's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, man. So tell me, Neema, when you see up and coming people in your industry, like young guys or people who are trying to get into the same, you know, the same, not industry, but the same theme as you with the skits and the characters and stuff like that, what's your best advice to them? First of all, if you don't try, if you don't put yourself out there, you're never gonna get better. Mm-hmm. You can't worry about the quality of it at first, because it's up to the market to decide if the content is good or not. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be strung up on, oh man, I have to make this perfect. Like, nothing's perfect. Like, and also, no one gives a fuck. First of all, like, people don't really care as much as you think they do. Yeah. Like, as much as you think, oh man, like, I have to make this good so the audience really loves it. But at the same time, man, there's people in the real world who they could watch your video and then they go back to maybe their lives, and they have their own issues to deal with, right? Like, they have problems that they have to deal with in their own lives. So it's, you have to have that perspective of like, it's like, this doesn't mean everything. Yeah, it's just a part of something big, right? Yeah, for sure. It's just a part of it. So it's like, you shouldn't like focus too much of your energy on like the quality of it. Just put out whatever you think is good, and just keep moving fast, right? Because like you're only gonna stop yourself if you overthink things. Yeah. So I believe in just like moving fast and just putting out as much as you can at first. Yeah. And until you find your voice, and until you realize, okay, like this is the stuff that works, and this stuff doesn't work, or whatever. Yeah. But also, don't get too complacent when things do start to work, because that's how you become stale, and your ego kind of takes over. So yeah, it's pretty much, and that's also cool. More than anything, man, just being authentic to yourself. Yeah, Yeah. Because people will read right through that.
For sure.
Right? Like humans have a good eye for bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like poker.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know shit about poker, but sure, exactly. Yeah, I believe you. Right? You know, but that's what I'm saying. Like people can read right through you. If especially me doing stand up, same thing. Like they could tell if I'm saying something that's not real or my experience or whatever. Right? Not that I would do that. I'm just saying.
No, like some comedians might make a fake.
Fake story, fake bit, fake joke, whatever. Or So. As long as you stay authentic, man, like that's more important than anything.
For sure.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell me, Neema, our podcast is always about the lifestyle balance, and we ask everyone the same question that we're gonna ask you. When it comes to your lifestyle, how do you balance between full time being a comedian, online touring, and so forth, and then your personal life?
A lot of jerking off, man. Just beating my meat, beating my fucking sausage, bro. No, okay. I mean, that's a part of it, but no. So I mean, it's like I've been working on this for years, man. Like my whole life has been so chaotic, and I had no structure or discipline. Being the youngest child, are you the youngest child?
Only.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay. So you're a different breed, bro. You different. So I'm the youngest child, so I was always coddled as a kid.
Okay.
And so I never had the proper discipline and structure to organize my own day and my own life.
Yeah.
So up until a couple of years ago, every day was just chaotic for me, right? Yeah. So I was either going too hard on just the fun, or it was too hard on the career side of things, right? I never had a balance because I didn't know how.
Yeah.
And that's when I inevitably crashed and burned, and I had to take a whole month off social media, everything, and just work on my habits and everything. So now I'm at a point where like I mentioned before, I'm prioritizing my health more.
For sure.
Because if I don't have my health, then I can't do the other stuff. Mm-hmm. And that only happens if you have to plan, man. I have to plan now every single day. I plan my day the night before.
Cool.
By writing down, even if it's a few things by the time. Yeah. Every day I have to do these certain things in the morning. Yeah. Before I start my day, and then everything after that is just whatever I have to do. But as long as you have that structure, it actually opens up more time to do the things you actually need to do and that are important. You start realizing, this thing is wasting time, but this is more important to what I actually am trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You start to separate the two. Cool. So yeah, man, just that planning is super important, super key. And that's it. And it's consistently following that schedule every day. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like clockwork, It's it has to be a little robotic. But there's ways to obviously make it fun and keep be creative. But for sure. Exactly. So as long as you have the morning routine and night routine, man, honestly,
love it.
Yeah, you're set. And I've only been doing this for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, I've only been So it's it took me time to actually get there on my own. Yeah. But now I'm finally there, and honestly, man, I feel so much better, man. My life has gotten increasingly better, and you just feel more at peace and grounded, Yeah. And you're more not anxious or stressed out about some bullshit, right?
Oh, I got to do this. Oh, this is happening.
You don't have to guess. Okay, what do I have to do today? This is it. All right, sick. I'm done. Yeah. And that's it. It's simple as that. A lot of people don't do that though. Yeah.
Most people don't do this too. Yeah. Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's it, man. It's very simple.
It's cool. Yeah, I like that. We hear that from a lot of people too, so you can tell there's a pattern.
For sure, yeah. You need, and just writing it down, man. I do it by the minutes, man. I have to wake up at 8 a.m. Yeah. 8:05. I'm in the washroom taking a shit. I rate this, bro. Damn. I swear to God, washroom. Progress pic of my body, because every day I'm trying to bring my weight down. Yeah. And then weigh myself, do my thing, and then 8:15. Or 8:20, meditate for 10 minutes, and then 8:30 to 8:45 journal. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Write your thoughts down. Yeah. It's by the minutes, right? And then after that, it's stretch for 10 minutes, whatever. Because I went to Cairo last month.
Oh wow.
And bro, this guy, he's yo, you have the tightest hips I've ever seen in my life. And this guy's been doing, he's been a chiropractor for 8 years, and he's yo, I've seen senior women with looser hips than me, because he couldn't I couldn't even because I never stretched my whole life.
You're not used to it,
and I'm overweight. You know what I'm saying? Overweight, didn't stretch. Okay. I still I played sports a lot. I worked out in the past a lot. But I never stretched. So over time, it's so tightened important. Up so much. Yeah.
Stretch is
and
key.
Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
why I incorporate that now every day into my routine because
Wow.
it's and I actually have seen such
The
a big
growth?
difference in just 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah, I can actually
Wow.
kind of open up my hips now. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? Like I
That's
couldn't
sick.
say it's cross-legged my entire life.
Wow.
I still can't, but like I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But-
Slowly.
But anyway, besides that, like that's the routine I have to follow every day.
Yeah.
Just by the increments, you know.
Yeah.
So,
That's
because
cool.
like before, man, I would just go wake up, be ruled by notifications, right? Go on my
Yes,
phone, and
yeah.
humans.
And it would take you over.
It'll take you over,
Oh
bro.
my
Social media is
God.
stronger than all of us.
It's
You
crazy.
know, and
You
so
said
like
it.
you'll be there at like screen limits like 7 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I doing? Right? Like
Just like, look what's this.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm fucking scrolling. I see like 17 Australian girls in thong bikinis shaking ass, blending a smoothie, and now I'm horny. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I on this? It's 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, go do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. So anyway, I would do that before.
Yeah.
And it would waste my entire day. I'd be like always like, I felt like I was always behind.
Yeah. You felt like you weren't being up to speed.
No, and then
Yeah.
you start to get in your own head. Your content gets affected.
yeah.
Your health gets affected. You know, your material,
Yeah.
everything gets fucked.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you waste time. You sleep late.
Yeah.
It's all you're tired all day. It's bullshit. But
Wow.
anyway,
That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's cool to think about, though. Not a lot
Yeah.
of people to see that perspective, you know?
I mean, I didn't see it for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm only human, right? But I feel like eventually you just naturally get to that point,
Yeah.
and you can't unsee it after
No,
that.
no.
You can't go back.
It's in your system now, yeah.
I can't go back to the.
Yeah.
I can't go back to previous
Yeah.
Neema. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so what's like your outlet for you other than doing skits and comedy all the time? What's something you do other than maybe health, let's say, that keeps you, motivated?
Man, honestly, just like that's literally my whole life right now. Is
It's just fully occupied.
Yeah, man. Like
Wow.
I'm actually very busy in the right way now. Like
That's good.
I actually always I have to be doing something
Yeah.
in my day. That's either helping my health or my career.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, honestly, like maybe like talking to my family, my friends.
Yeah.
That's something that's kind of like takes me out of both things.
Yeah.
To just like kind of come back to reality in a way.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah,
and I
for
think that's
sure.
super important too, is
Grounded a
to
bit.
connect with like people that in your life, or
Yeah.
just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, talk to them on the phone or in person. I love music, man.
Nice.
I just like, sometimes I'm on YouTube for like half an hour. I'll just like sing some shit.
No way.
Fucking practice Bad Bunny songs, like do that stuff, or like I don't know, like dance with my mom and shit. I don't know.
Nice.
It's cool. Yeah. But that's it, man. Honestly, like I genuinely enjoy doing the morning routines, doing like the writing.
The process.
I write stand up. I write sketch every day. I work out every day right now. Like
Nice.
I'm doing 2 days. Like
Good.
I'm doing a thing
Good
called
shit.
75 Hard. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I saw this. I think you
Yeah,
posted it.
my boy
Yeah.
Bish, he did this
Yeah.
for 2 years straight.
Wow.
And he lost 165 pounds. He was my size when he started.
Wow.
For 2 years straight, he was doing it. Lost all the weight. Now he's jacked. Now fucking Andy Frizzell, the guy who created the program,
Yeah.
flew him out to do his podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like he's killing it.
Wow, good for him.
But anyway, like I saw him do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like
Why not?
It's like it's not unachievable.
No.
So
No.
anyway, man, like I'm falling in love with just like
The
doing the
process.
right things, man.
Yeah.
So I can set up future Neema
Yeah.
to thrive and sell out stadiums
Yeah.
in the future. You know.
I see it. We're rooting for you.
Yeah. So
awesome.
and I'm a drummer too. I like drumming.
No way.
Yeah.
I have too.
No, sick. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's
Hell
sick.
they got that rhythm, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Wrist game strong. You
Yeah,
know?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just like
Crazy.
That's why I'm good at like beating my mean, man. It's fucking that wrist game is fast. Paradiddles.
Paradiddles.
You know?
Triple paradiddles.
Triple paradiddles. Yeah. Paradiddles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How long you drum for?
I started when I was like grade 6, so
Nice.
like 12 or something.
Nice,
11,
yeah.
12, yeah.
Yeah, around
I haven't
the same.
played in a while, but like
No way.
I try to like go out these recording studios.
Yeah. To play around.
Because I don't have my set right now. I used to have
Nice.
2 sets. It was sick, man. But
Acoustic?
Yeah. I had Tama drum set.
Nice.
Parents were pissed. Like, shut the fuck up.
Made late at night.
Yeah, just
playing.
smashing
Yeah.
the drums
I got
For
that.
3
I got that.
hours
Yeah.
straight. Parents
I got
wanted to
that.
kill me.
Yeah, yelling at you.
Yelling. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Video games. I'm a huge gamer.
Cool.
Yeah, video games. That's my way of like
Peace.
having the balance at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
After I'm done, after I eat dinner, that's my signal. Okay, like the work is done. I can
Yeah.
just fuck off and do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And that's why I usually game or I watch. I just like watching that for basic bitch, bro. Like I watch Euphoria. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I'm watching fucking teenage dramas.
Teenage dramas.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck am I
Riverdale.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
man, that's
Nice.
it's nice.
Love it.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, have a little fucking mortadella once in a while.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Aren't you eating the pizza, bro?
I know.
Longo's blessed
We got
with
it
the
more
box
for
of
you.
pizza and you're not touching it, bro. What
Joe,
kind
you
of
want
Italian
some?
are you, bro?
Eat the first
What kind of
slice.
fucking Italian are you, bro? Bro, I work 7 days a week construction, picking up shovels, bro. Picking up the fucking dirt and not eating your fucking pizza, bro.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Buddy, where's your Gucci, bro? Where's that fucking Mark Bruno, bro?
Bruno. Fuck. It's almost insane how well you do it. Like, just hearing it is crazy.
Hey, man, I love it. It's fun.
It's crazy.
Just a mortadella at heart, man. You know?
You gotta pull out the Gary Vee for us.
Like the Gary Vaynerchuk? Bro, fuck your parents. Don't eat fucking pizza. Like, as long as it makes you happy, that's what fucking matters. Fuck.
Love it, bro. Love it.
That's the fucking game. Okay?
That's sick. That's sick.
Thanks, man.
What's your like crazy experience? I always love asking comedians this. When you're like on tour, on stand up, and you're interacting with, front row seats and people like that. What's like the craziest experience you've had with somebody?
I mean, I've bombed a lot.
Yeah,
like, just
because it's all off natural, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing.
So it's live feedback.
Yeah.
I've performed in front of silence for 10 minutes straight.
Wow.
Crickets. I walked off and I ran out. I was like crying. I was like, fuck
No
this shit.
way.
I'm not doing this again. And then the next night I go back up to say, so it's a drug. You have to go back.
It's addictive.
But yeah, I mean, like, I haven't had anything crazy where, like, I know some guys who they're a little more offensive on stage, and like they've walked audience members in the middle of a set.
Wow.
Because he's like just so offensive, and people are like, oh, like, they get offended, right?
Yeah.
I've seen people walk out, like someone throw a beer bottle.
What the
Another
fuck?
comedian, yeah.
Not at you though.
No, that's never happened to me.
Yeah.
People have heckled me a lot, but I just
just pass
talk
it
back
on,
and I
yeah.
shit on them if they say something stupid, and then people laugh, and then I keep moving on. People just talk over me the whole time because they're so drunk. That's really annoying.
That's piss off.
And that's just that's one of the biggest pet peeves as a comedian too. Is like, man, like, why are you so drunk that you're oblivious to your surroundings? Because like it ruins the show, not just for me or them,
for everyone,
but everyone else.
Yeah, they gotta listen to this dumb guy. Who's
seriously
drunk.
Yeah, or girls, man. Some girls are wild, man. Like just reckless. Like they don't give a fuck. Like, shut up. Like they're just like talking like this while it's quiet and I'm talking on stage.
Yeah.
I'm like, everyone can hear you.
Imagine if they had a mic.
Man, bro, the whole room would be empty. You know? Like,
fuck.
Like, I don't want to listen to this dumb bitch. But yeah,
That's funny.
But yeah, I haven't had anything like terrible.
That's cool.
But I mean, I'm open to it, man. If it happens, I'm sure it will happen one day. But
especially when you go up there on those big stages, who knows these crazy people? Man.
Yeah, or like it's mostly honestly, it's the clubs, man. It's the comedy clubs because that's where people like. Especially if it's not your own audience too. Yeah. Because people don't know who I am, which will happen eventually more and more. Randoms will be like they'll be drunk and they'll say some shit, or maybe you're in like the States in the wrong area, or like they have a different point of view, or like different politically. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Wow.
So, yeah,
that's hilarious.
But it's fun, man. It's all part of the process.
It is. Yeah. Definitely great memories.
Yeah, man. It's great.
Cool. Well, we thank you for coming, Neema. It's been an honor to have you. And we look forward to meeting you again one day. Hopefully, maybe we'll come out and see the progress in the future.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
And we appreciate you supporting us and coming on, man.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it. Bello.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Let's get it.
Say that life's about balance, baby, and the balance is in my account now. Okay, she got a perkin' and perk. I got a twerking and turk. She probably let both of us hit. The way that she smirking at dirt. She getting cake on the picture she take. I say, girl, if it worked, then it worked.
The Lifestyle Balance Podcast.